Welcome to Spelling Bee Ninja, where we inspire the leaders of tomorrow through engaging historical lessons. Today we delve into the lives of influential presidents and prime ministers from around the globe. If you're eager to expand your knowledge and explore the stories of remarkable political leaders, be sure to subscribe for free educational content that enriches your learning experience. Let's embark on this fascinating journey together. Let's begin our exploration with George Washington, who lived from 1732 to 1799. Washington holds the esteemed title of being the first president of the United States, serving from 1789 to 1797. But before he became president, Washington was the commander-in-chief of the Continental Army during the American Revolutionary War. He's often celebrated as the father of his country. Adams, Jefferson, and others looked up to him not only because of his leadership in war but also for the precedents he set during his presidency. For instance, Washington voluntarily stepped down after his second term, which helped establish a peaceful transfer of power, ultimately leading to the two-term limit we have today, later formalized in the 22nd Amendment. He also introduced the cabinet system and preferred the title Mr. President over something more regal. An interesting fact about Washington's military history is about a particularly daring maneuver he made on Christmas night in 1776. He famously crossed the Delaware River to lead his troops in a surprise attack. Now, let's talk about Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln served as the 16th President of the United States from 1809 until he was tragically assassinated in 1865. He is best known for leading the nation through the Civil War and working tirelessly to end slavery. Lincoln articulated the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863, which declared the freedom of slaves in the Confederate States. His remarkable Gettysburg Address in 1863 further echoed the principles of liberty and equality. It's no wonder historians consistently rank Lincoln among the greatest American presidents. His leadership came to an abrupt end shortly after the Confederate surrender, when he was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth at Ford's Theater. Moving forward into the 20th century, we meet Franklin D. Roosevelt, commonly known as FDR. Born in 1882, Roosevelt became the 32nd President of the United States and remains the only president to be elected to 4 terms, serving from 1933 until his death in 1945. He led the nation through 2 of its most significant crises, the Great Depression and World War II. FDR introduced the New Deal, a series of programs aimed at economic recovery that created jobs, supported the elderly, and stabilized the banking system. Despite being diagnosed with polio at the age of 39, Roosevelt distinguished himself as a resilient leader who navigated both domestic and international challenges. Fascinatingly, he passed away just weeks before Germany surrendered in World War II. Let's shift our focus now to overseas with Sir Winston Churchill, who was born in 1874 and served as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom during World War II from 1940 to 1945 and again from 1951 to 1955. Churchill is renowned for his inspiring speeches and indomitable spirit during the war. His famous words, "We shall fight on the beaches," galvanized British resolve during the dire moments of the war. He coined the term Iron Curtain to depict the division of Europe following World War II, a phrase that still resonates today. Moreover, Churchill was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1953 for his historical writings. Although he faced tremendous challenges as a wartime leader, he is remembered for his inspiring rhetoric and strategy. Now, let's discuss Margaret Thatcher, who made history as the United Kingdom's first female prime minister from 1979 to 1990. Known as the Iron Lady, Thatcher was a formidable figure in British politics, known for her firm leadership style and rigorous economic policies. She was instrumental in privatizing state-owned industries and minimizing the power of trade unions during her tenure. A notable conflict during her time was the Falklands War in 1982, which solidified her standing as a strong leader. Her policies, collectively termed Thatcherism, emphasized free markets and fiscal responsibility, leaving a lasting impact on British society. Moving to Africa, we find Nelson Mandela, who was born in 1918 and became South Africa's first black president, serving from 1994 to 1999. Mandela's path to leadership was riddled with struggle, as he spent 27 years imprisoned for his efforts to combat apartheid, a system of institutionalized racial segregation. After his release, Mandela led the African National Congress in dismantling the legacy of apartheid and championed reconciliation across the nation. In recognition of his extraordinary contribution to peace, he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993. Remarkably, following his term, he chose not to seek re-election, setting a profound example of humility and leadership. Next, let's explore Indira Gandhi, the first and only female Prime Minister of India. Born in 1917, she held office twice, first from 1966 to 1977 and again from 1980 to 1984. Gandhi is remembered for leading India through significant challenges, including the victorious war with Pakistan in 1971, which led to the creation of Bangladesh. While her leadership was marked by bold decisions, including declaring a state of emergency, it also attracted criticism, particularly concerning the suspension of civil liberties. Tragically, she was assassinated in 1984 by her own bodyguards following her controversial policies regarding the Golden Temple, a sacred Sikh site. Lastly, we look at Golda Meir, who was the first and only female Prime Minister of Israel, serving from 1969 to 1974. Born in the Russian Empire and immigrating to the United States during her childhood, she helped establish the State of Israel. Meir's leadership came during the critical Yom Kippur War in 1973. Despite many challenges, her resilience and steadfastness became emblematic of Israeli leadership at the time. Before we conclude, let's touch upon the remarkable Theodore Teddy Roosevelt, the 26th President of the United States, who served from 1901 to 1909. Roosevelt was known for championing progressive reforms, trust-busting to combat corporate monopolies, and environmental conservation. His presidency followed the assassination of William McKinley, making him the youngest president to take office at just 42. His efforts were crucial in establishing the U.S. Forest Service, protecting vast tracts of public land, and advocating for national parks. Interestingly, the teddy bear received its name from an anecdote in which Roosevelt famously refused to shoot a bear cub during a hunting trip. A toymaker saw this incident illustrated in a cartoon and created a stuffed bear, resulting in a popular toy. Roosevelt's charm and spirited leadership defined an era, and he remains a fascinating figure in American history. Lastly, let's recognize Helmut Kohl, the Chancellor of West Germany from 1982 to 1990 and the first Chancellor of reunified Germany from 1990 to 1998. Kohl was pivotal in overseeing the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989 and played a significant role in negotiating German reunification. His leadership was vital for European integration, contributing to the formation of the European Union. Often referred to as the Chancellor of Unity, Kohl's influence remains significant in how we understand modern European politics. As we've journeyed through these incredible lives, we see that leaders around the world have shaped their nations in profound ways, often against formidable odds, influencing not just their countries but the global landscape. In today's episode, we explored the lives and legacies of extraordinary presidents and prime ministers. From George Washington's establishment of political precedents to Nelson Mandela's quest for reconciliation, we learned about leaders who not only faced challenges in their own time but also inspired generations to come. Each of these leaders, whether fighting against oppression or navigating through a world war, played a crucial role in shaping their respective nations and the world. Their stories remind us of the importance of leadership grounded in principles, resilience in adversity, and the enduring impact one person can make. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey through the lives of these remarkable political leaders. We hope this episode inspires you to reflect on the qualities of leadership and the historical changes guided by these figures. Remember, every leader has a story worth telling and learning from. Don't forget to subscribe for more educational content and share this episode with friends who are eager to explore history. Until next time, keep learning and stay curious.